Hi everyone, this is Triple T, and today I'm rebooting my series of retro reviews. In this series we're going to take a look at bots that were released about a decade ago, that we probably loved or hated, but we still want to remember them, and that's what this series is all about. So we're going to focus on the toys solely, and no comparisons and stuff like that, but just dive deep into the toy that we want to remember. And today I'm taking a look at Razorclaw, and this is the Jinbao version of Feral Rex, the MMC legend. This is not, of course, the same toy as the MMC, and it has a bit of different moldings and stuff like that. Some may call it improvements, downgrades, I don't know. The plastic is shite, but it still holds to this day, and it has a very special place in my heart due to the fact that this set was the first combiner I completed. So, without further ado, here is Razorclaw. And this comes as a full set. I'm going to take one bot in each installment, and I'm just going to show this to you once, because this is, well, deformation. Yeah, I remember them calling it the deformation era. Jinbao. And this was a straight copy from the MMC, I think. Just worse. It worked somewhat, but you had to have a magnifier to show every detail that you wanted to change. Now, belonging to him, he has some accessories. First, he has his arm cannon, and this is the base for the combine mode cannon. You can just plug everything in, and it's done in a very cheap and swirly plastic, but it holds, so it hasn't broken on me yet. He has these two base swords, and these will, of course, be the base for the big combiner sword. And yeah, two blades. You can combine them with these in different ways. Like I did it in rehearsal. Now it doesn't want to go in. Like that. So you have a big cleaver. You can, of course, put them in like this as well. So you have a great big sword. Unfortunately, my knockoff Razorclaw doesn't have functioning hands. He just have two bent right hands, so he can't hold shit. But I still like him anyway, and I do just have him as a chest for Predaking, so it doesn't really matter. But let's get up close and personal with this one. Even though it is fairly old, it has aged well. The plastic is fairly, well, you can hear, but it's still nicely painted overall, and it holds together still, even though I've been kind of brutal with it. You have the cannons that you can elongate or like that for combine mode. You have some strange paws here. I know you're supposed to do this, but the joints aren't strong enough, so I just do this instead. He has the big combiner mode butt flap on his waist and on its rump almost. You have a little swivel, that's nice. And you have some nicely painted hind legs. I don't think these were painted in the original toy. You had to get repro labels to do stuff like that, but I don't think it's really necessary at all. And you come to the hilt of the combiner sword, which makes his tail. It has 2 points of articulation, and, well, yeah, there you have it. He can rotate his arms or front legs a bit. You have a double hinged elbow more for transformation than anything else. And then you can hinge the toe there, and its little paw, rather, is also on a bolt joint. We have the swivel at the waist. You have the hind leg that is on a ball joint, but there is no swivel in it at all. You have a knee there, you have another knee here, and you have the paw on a ball joint. And as I said, this can go down and look really, yeah. And this tends to flap around for some reason. Well, it's a knockoff, so what do you expect? But it still looks kind of good, in my humble opinion. You can also angle these however you want them to, and you can tab them in here, which I seldom do because then I don't get them out. And of course, it's back. You have the combiner port where you're supposed to plug either the wings from Dive Bomb or Dive Bomb himself, depending on how many of these you combined. There was a sixth member. I never got him, but there was a sixth member you could use for the left arm. And if you did, you plugged Dive Bomb in here with wings and all and gave him a big backpack. Now, we're going to transform him just for funsies. And we're gonna go into combine mode first, and then we are going into robot mode. So we're going to save the best for last. Or best, I don't know, maybe this is best. I mean, look at it. It's a big kitty. We split the legs, get this off to the side. We don't need that anymore. You can split these for some reason, but there is no tabbing anything in, so never mind. You rotate the legs up like so, and there's a little tab underneath here. Then we push these in like so, and we fold these in. They should be adjacent that little thing there, and then just push that down. Hinge the combiner port down, and do the same thing on the other side. Then you want to come to this piece and just pull it down. And if you have trouble getting this down, if you still have this one, you can just bend the knee, and it will just extend as it should. I'm going to splay the legs out because everything is just easier that way. We're going to turn the waist around, but we're going to keep this in the back. And I'm gonna do this last because this piece bothers the crap out of me. So yeah, just tab it in there for now. Come to the upper side here, you remove these pieces. Like that. Fold this piece down because your head is going to tab in there. You can see both combined mode head and robot head in here. You untab the line head from the bot head. You hinge this out and rotate this around and okay. I mean, it's a knockoff and it isn't that sturdy, so I don't know what I was expecting. And you fold this downwards like that. Now you take this piece and tab it in here. It will loosen up several times, but who cares? It's fun. Like that. Come to the arms, fold the combiner peg out, like so. Turn this downwards. And now see if I can remember everything. Yes. Fold this tab up to that tab. I have to rotate the paw, I think. Yes. And you have to use this double hinged elbow-like piece here. You tab that in there. You will tab it in, trust me. And then there's a tab on the inside, on the black piece here that this yellow goes into. It's a port like that, but on the other side. Pull these out, and that's one arm done. Now you come to the butt plate, and you unhinge that. You actually hinge this little piece outwards like that. Tab it in. Tab that in to the back as fast as you're able. And then we're going to rotate this through. And this can be quite annoying. Maybe should spread the legs a bit further out. I don't know. If these were tabbed in here, untab them. Fold this little thing out, and now it's going to go into this little hole in the groin piece, like that. The joint for his neck is really not there anymore. So you can see his head just folds inwards like that, unfortunately. But still, he looks the part. Looks sleepy, right? Okay. Very nice chest. A cool looking head, but not fond of the design. I wasn't fond of Kang Toy's design either, but you get what you get. A really nice mane and head there. You can open the mouth, of course. And nice legs. Not very stiff anymore, but still. And that's his back. And of course you can take the wings from Dive Bomb and put on his back. And we will do that in the combination video later on. Okay, to get him to robot mode, it's fairly easy. I say easy, but you know, push those in, tilt this easily falling head around. I'm just gonna get that out of the way, like so. And normally you'd have a hinge back here to fasten the head, but let's just say it's not there anymore. Like that. You stay. You take this and you fold these in. A bit of plastic bending, but still. And fold these up to get that extra mane out of the way. And that little red tab there, it has to be in the correct position or else nothing really works. Like so. And you want again to tab that into that belly piece, but it's not going to stick, so. You come to the arms, you unpeg it from the body, unpeg it from the other little thing there, and you rotate that forward, hinge that little thing down. I say little thing because I think it is. You tab the paw in on the underside of the leg and fold out the hand. And as any keen observer now notices, this is a right hand and it's not rotatable. So yes, he can hold things like that, but nothing else. Now we come to that crotch piece again, and we're gonna untab it. For once, it was actually secure. You can have it tabbed in if you want to, but then you can't rotate the waist, so I will just unhinge it and hinge that in there, turn that around, tab these into these little niches here, as you can see here, probably, hopefully, like that. And these are going into these, so they're going to be, if you fold that down first, going to be fairly secure, like that. And you have a lot of hinges here, so you can just hinge that up however you want, but it's going to be a big butt flap. Okay. The legs. Firstly, you angle this little heel spur out. You have to work in conjunction with this little combiner piece, like that. And now you have a heel. Yeah, that's how they want you to do it anyway. Pull this down, and you need some fierce force here to pull that all the way. And that is one leg done. And there you have him in robot mode. Was it fun getting there? No! But still, we're there. And after this review, I will just turn him into combiner mode, and I will probably put the whole combiner in a little baggie, or maybe the box it came in, because yes, I still have that. Now let's get up close and personal. Close and personal. This head actually stays up. I think it should be the other way around because that other head is heavier, but never mind, never mind. Really nice head. I like this head very much. It looks good. I like these vents here. The head on the lion on the chest looks really nice. I'm going to open it just because I like it. And yeah, these feet. I don't know if they were this strange on the original toy, because there you had things you can just fold out. but this, yeah, it works, but no, it doesn't work. And as you can see, my hands are wrong on both sides, so they aren't usable whatsoever. You could probably put a sword like this. I'm not going to muster this. Yeah, okay, it wasn't that hard. He can hold a sword like that, but who wants to? And now I'm not gonna get this out. Yep. Yay for old toys. I actually do love them. Something went amiss and broke. I have no idea what that is. So I'm going to put this off to the side. This one. Yeah, it's a thumb. On a hand that doesn't work. So you can put this on his arm so he can shoot things, but I don't know if they calculated for this when doing this oversized version. But there you have him with an arm cannon. He doesn't need hands for that, so goody! For articulation, he was fairly good for being such an old bot. The head does go around, but a very difficult ball joint. You can angle these however you want. You can also have them as arm cannons. I forgot to say that, but it doesn't work on this for some reason. Knock off! You can also, of course, have them over his head, like combiner mode. The arms can do, well, they can go until this combiner port hinders them. If you have it out, of course, they can do the full 360. Arms go out to there. You have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, and, well, you have the hands angling up and down, but I'm not going to talk about that. Oh, I'm so furious with those hands. He has a waist rotation. No ab crunch, of course. Some of the other bots have ab crunches, but that's more due to combine mode than anything else. His leg can kick up to there, back to there. And no, I'm not afraid of doing this on an old bot, because if he breaks, like the thumb. And for some reason, you have inverted knee here. I've tried finding a use for it, but I just couldn't. But you have a normal knee as well, 90 degrees, roughly. You have nothing at the heel. Well, this piece can go up and down, and this can rotate. But I mean, put him in a wide stance, and it just looks silly. Look at them feet, sees. And just getting him to stand, as you can see, is a big chore. Like that. You have to use every hinge at your disposal. But I mean, for a 10-year-old bot, which is a knockoff, I think he looks fairly well still. He's the biggest of all Predacons, of course, he's the leader, so he should be. In his bio, it says he's patient. I don't remember him being patient in the cartoon. I remember him leaping into action, but what do I remember? Huh? Let's do a 360 of him. Just for funsies. And when I got this set, I was so happy. It was my first combiner, and I didn't know about knockoffs and originals and third parties and officials, and I didn't know anything about that. So I actually thought this was, not official, of course. I knew it wasn't made by Hasbro, but I thought it was a real deal. But buying different toys from different manufacturers and going online and meeting the community gave me a lot of knowledge that I today look at this quite differently. And due to the fact that I don't like people stealing others' work, others' engineering work, for instance, because, I mean, MMC did the original, Jinbao just took the pieces, made them bigger, and sold them as their own. So I do have a couple of knockoffs in my collection, but I will be swapping them out for real ones sooner or later. And you may ask, what is real to me? Yes, of course, Hasbro, Takara, and some third-party brands. So this is a very emotional bot for me, but the quality just doesn't stack up today. I probably didn't when I bought it either, but I didn't know better. So he and the other Predacons filled a spot on my shelf that needed to be filled with a Predaking, but now Kang Toys stands there, and even if I love that bot really, really much, I do want a more G1-looking Predaking. So I'm hoping a company will do that very soon, and I'm talking masterpiece scale, not mainline scale. But I guess that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care.